Welcome back to the investigation, stock and fund selection. Last time we learned to start with a cheap index fund. But sooner or later you will judge an actual fund, and here is where rookies slip. They convict on one flashy clue, last year's ranking. Ramesh nearly did too, until he opened the whole case file. Meet Ramesh. He is 34, a salaried engineer from Coimbatore, investing 15,000 rupees a month. He found a fund topping every best of list, 5 stars, number 1 last year. The temptation was simple, just buy the winner. But he stopped and asked a detective's question, is one great year actual evidence, or just a flashy clue? Here is the rookie move, chasing last year's number 1. Every year a new fund tops the chart, so people jump from winner to winner, buying the ranking instead of the method behind it. But a star rating is a single witness, not the whole case. Study after study shows last year's champion rarely repeats, performance chasing quietly bleeds returns. So Ramesh did the patient thing, he opened the whole case file. First, the cost, the expense ratio, the slice the fund takes every year, because high fees quietly eat returns. Then the real test, had it beaten its own benchmark index, the market it is measured against, consistently, over 5 and 10 years, not just one lucky stretch? Evidence over a decade, not a headline. Here is what InvestPro wants you to notice. A year later, last year's chart topper had cooled off, and several 5-star darlings slipped to average. The fund that held up was the inflashy one, low cost, and a steady record of matching or beating its benchmark. Rankings reset every single year. Cost and consistency are the evidence that actually lasts. So here is how you read a fund's case file. 1. Check the cost first. A low expense ratio quietly compounds in your favor year after year. 2. Ask whether it has beaten its benchmark index consistently, net of fees, not in one lucky year, but across market ups and downs. And 3. Rankings and star ratings are a single clue, never the verdict. Last year's number 1 rarely stays there. First for you. You are choosing a fund for your long-term monthly SIP. Which gives you the best odds over the next decade? The fund ranked number 1 last year, a 5-star rated fund because the stars say it is best, or a low-cost fund that has beaten its benchmark consistently for years? It is the last one. Last year's rank and the star badge describe the past, and it rarely repeats. Low cost plus a steady record against its benchmark is the closest thing to real evidence you get. One more. A fund jumped 40% last year and everyone is piling in, but you do not know what it costs or how it did in the years before. Is that jump a reason to buy? Not on its own. One hot year is a flashy clue, not a verdict. It can come from a single bet or a lucky theme that will not repeat. Check the expense ratio and its record against its benchmark over many years before you trust it. Here is the heart of it. Judge the method, not the ranking. 3 to keep. 1. Check the cost first. A low expense ratio compounds in your favor for years. 2. Judge a fund against its own benchmark, across many years, not one hot spell. 3. Rankings and star ratings are a clue, never the verdict. Follow the evidence, and you give yourself the best odds. Start free with a risk DNA assessment at app.investinsightspro.com. Your score is next.